again. I did my last video and I opened these boxes, but of course my phone decides to jerk me off and it just disappears when I go to upload it. I uploaded it, started to upload it, and it said something about file corrupt. I go back to check the file's not even there again. My phone likes to randomly delete shit. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I did. I redo this, and this is all mail I got in the last couple of days. The first one, if you know the band Banshee behind me, there's the singer. Their singer on the Mindslave album is George Call, and he's in a band called Aska originally. He's actually in a couple bands, which I didn't even know about until I was looking up the vinyl for this band. Well, I was looking up the vinyl for this band, it's kind of pricey because you got to order it from Europe essentially. If you can find it, you're great, but I haven't been able to. So finally, I finally found a good copy of one of their albums. I went back to look up to see if they had vinyl out. Of course, they do. So now I'm chasing that stuff. I think they have 4 albums. I have the first 2 on CD, which are hard to get. So after looking that up, there's more albums out. So now I'm trying to find the vinyl, and I found one of them. Anyway, if you watched Scott Waters' recent update a couple weeks ago, he got the same album. This is Aska's Fire Eater. Good heavy metal, in the vein of Banshee, maybe a little bit heavier at times. Interior, no sleeve, I'm sure, since it has this gatefold. Yeah. Artwork's a little iffy. I mean, it looks pixelated. On Pure Steel Records, limited to 333 copies. The vinyl's pretty cool. It's a splatter, but it's a cool splatter. It actually has a nice splatter look to it. It looks like somebody threw some paint on it or something. But what I noticed is it's weird because it goes out to the edge of the actual album too. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Or I haven't noticed it for some reason, but there's that. Good album. If you like good heavy metal in the vein of that Banshee, you'll love that. Which, and you really, if you have that album, listen to song number 8 or 9, Legend Lost. You really get to hear Carl's range. Tommy Lee Flood, the old Banshee singer, he was a little bit rough on the highs and the lows. I mean, he had a very unique voice, but it just wasn't the same. It's unusual. Their first EP, Cries in the Night, was fantastic. And they got a little more of that polished edge. This goes back to that sound. So if you like that, you'll love this too. And you can find this stuff on CD, especially the first 2. You're doing really well. Alright, next is Craig Goldie's Ritual. The band Jafria, and then he was in Dio for a while. Hidden in Plain Sight is the album. David Glenn Isley sings on a couple of his songs on here. It's a UK press, so it's got that chintzy sleeve, but a heavy cover inside, which looks brand new, really. I think he sings on the rest, if I remember correctly. I can't remember. It's on the Music for Nations label, which is a label I've always liked. I just always liked their label stuff. A little dusty, dirty, but that's normal. It just shipped. And this next one is a band out of the UK. The band's called Lady Luck, and it's called Hammer to the Heart. It's a 4-song EP. It's kind of a single, really, because it has 3 songs. Then it has a radio edit version of one of the songs. Now, this is a band from the UK. This is a UK press or a German press or a Switzerland press. I don't know, whatever. German press. But this is a repress, actually, because the original one had a white cover, and I think it had 6 songs. I could be wrong. But this was basically pressed for the US as well. It's on marimba, semaphone records. The singer and the guitar player, Curtis, went to a band called Balance of Power, which I'm sure most of us know, that progressive metal style thing. I mean that's him, singer, and then the guitar player. Good. It sounds like LA hair metal to me, what I like about it. You know what I mean? That's what it sounds like to me. You know, the European sound is a little different than ours, and this sounds like it came out of LA. From Marimba Records. If you like good, polished hair metal, it's pure hair metal, obviously, by the cover. You'll like this. And you can find this for a decent price. The original one, which I still don't have on vinyl, I really want, that's a little bit more pricey. It's probably 3 times the amount, at least double the amount of the actual, that EP. Next is a band called Lixx, also out of the UK. This is the only thing they have on vinyl. They have 2 cassettes, which most people don't know about because you never see them listed anywhere. They have the first one's we'll probably get the dates wrong, 85, 86, and if I remember, it's a 3 or 4 song EP. I do actually have one of their cassettes. I cannot remember if I think it's the full album I have, but they also have a full album from 87, 88. This is what? Oh, it must have been 87, because this is 88. That was a full album. It was called Red Alert. And then they put out this EP in 88. This is hair metal, verging on glam. You know, it's kind of got that. I separate glam and hair metal. That's me. It's got a bit of that, you know, hair metal sound, but it's verging on going towards a little Johnny Crash, a little Circus of Power, you know, a little bit like that. It's a really good album if you can find it. It's on an indie label called Blast Furnace. And then my last obscure one for today, the band called Lawdy, or Lawdy, however you want to say it. I say it that way. And they are from Germany. Outlaw Invasion. This is their debut in 90 on No Remorse Records. They, I'm not even checking for the sleeve in this sucker, did I? Hold on a minute, guys. I'm going to go back and check the sleeve in this one. Forgot to even look. Okay, it doesn't have a sleeve. I'm not sure if these EPs generally. Yeah, okay. This one does because this is a full album, but this is the band. The best way I can put this sound is if you Celtic Frost. I got Cherry Orchard. I can't think of the name of the album. Vanity Nemesis, Cold Lake. Those 2 albums. The singer sounds like him doing the hair metal style. Exactly what it sounds like, but a little more melodic, a little more hair metal. But somehow it works. It's one of those things. It's like Celtic Frost for me. I know a lot of people hate those 2 albums from them, but I love those 2 albums, Cold Frost and Vanity Nemesis. I think they're great albums. I like their other stuff too, but if I was to buy reissues, I would buy those 2 before I paid for the other ones. Anyway, good band. I am going to remember to link videos for all these guys. But it's really hard to explain some of this stuff. That's why I really like doing the CDs in the car, because I can let you guys listen to it. But I will definitely link for these stuff, and I'll probably put the whole album if I can find it. It's just easy for you guys to listen and decide if you like it or not. You can find this fairly cheap, probably cheaper, and you know, I got lucky and this one seller in the US had all 4 of those ones I just showed you. And then the album, it's No Remorse Records. There actually is a No Remorse record, but I'm not sure it's the same one from then. It is a German label, so it may be. Anyway. Again, excellent. The seller I bought these from, I bought from before. He generally will undergrade his stuff and is super fast in shipping. He's out of California. I don't know how it gets there so quick when he mails it immediately, but it always does. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. I do want to do some contest videos that I need to catch up on. I have been busy the last couple of days and I haven't been able to even watch many videos. The ones I've been watching have been a couple minutes long instead of some of you guys with the 20-minute videos. But I gotta catch up on that. And I do have a couple of things I want to do, like ranking the record and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, we'll catch up real soon. Hope you all having a good week so far. I know it's hump day, so go hump something.